this week's parent resource video. This week, we're starting a new series on prayer. This week, it's really, what is prayer? What is the picture of prayer we get from Scripture? And then next week, we'll focus a little more on the how to pray better. But that'll be next week. This week, we're looking at three examples in Scripture of people praying. The first one comes from 1 Samuel chapter 2, where we get Hannah's prayer, the mother of the prophet, and this plea that she's giving to her Creator. Then we look at Elijah's prayer on top of Mount Carmel in 1 Kings chapter 18. And then we move on to the New Testament and we look at Luke chapter 1 on Mary's prayer. Really, what we're doing is we are asking our students to take a look at prayer as if it's two different things this week. It's way more than that, but really looking at two different pictures. Picture number one is a subject going before their king and entering the throne room of God. That's picture number one. Picture number two is a little more intimate, and it is a child sitting beside their father on the couch and having a conversation. So the first one can be rehearsed and prepared. It is the subject going to the king asking for help. Can be structured and planned. The second one is spontaneous. It's improvised and it's conversational. Neither one is better than the other. Neither one is wrong. We want to encourage our students to do both. And we're just challenging them to think of it in these two ways. For the parent point for this week, it's really simple. Just pray with your student at some point during the week. It can be before a meal or after a meal. I challenge you not to let it be the table blessing. Don't let that count, but take some time. And if you want to go above and beyond, don't just pull them aside and say, I want to pray for you. Ask them their prayer requests. Ask them, how can you, their parent, be praying? Now, it's not because you don't know what to be praying for. You're their parent. Of course, you know how best to pray for your child, what's going on in their life. You know this. But asking speaks volumes to the student. And so that's the challenge, is saying, how can I better be praying for you on my day-to-day basis? And how can I pray with you right now? That's the challenge. It's simple. It's one that can be done just about anywhere, just about any time. But the challenge is to set aside time to do this. That's all we have for this week. And we will see you next week when we look at how better to pray.